Very warm good evening to all participants coming here on behalf of UDYAMITA Helpline. Basically, my name is Rajiv Seni. I belong to Roorkee and near Haridwar. We have our office at Delhi, Mayur Vihar Phase 1. I am the exporter since last 17 years. So since 17 years, we are exporting. We have one company, a global export. We are exporting imitation jewelry from that company. So I again welcome you in the Young Talent Professional Circle Development Program that is called WCI. We create exporter and importers. So please allow me to present this presentation in front of you. If you have any question, you can ask your question in the comment box, or at the end of the session, we'll have question answer session. Without taking your question answer, I'll not close the webinar. That is for sure. किसी का कोई भी क्वेश्चन है प्लीज आप अपना लिख के रखिए पेन कॉपी में और लास्ट में हम उसको डिस्कस करेंगे. So basically 90% people think that import export business is requiring huge investment, complicated process, but this is not true at all, my friend. I am the live example in front of you. मेरे पास कोई भी पैसा नहीं था. Even I was working in a company. But I have started, I have thought like अगर मैं job करता रहा तो I cannot become rich. To become rich, I need to work for myself. और अगर local में काम करूँ या export में काम करूँ, which one is better? So जहां तक मैंने अपनी रिसर्च की उसमें मैंने यही पाया कि अगर आप इंटरनेशनल मार्केट में काम करेंगे then you can get more benefit. But ये सब क्वेश्चन मेरे भी माइंड में थे जो 90% लोगों के कंफ्यूजन होते हैं. There is a huge requirement. Many staff is required, big office is required, huge capital is required. No, my friend, it's all absolutely wrong. You can start your export business even from your home itself. Even along with your job, 9 to 5 job, you can start your business. Let me go with this flow of information what is there in the PPT, and you will realize yourself how step by step it is easy and we can get success in the export and import business. So basically this is the data that is given by the RBI. It is not written by me. This is the RBI data, Reserve Bank of India, and this is actually the export from India. Last year we have exported $441 billion, and this year we have exported $450 billion. That means there is a growth in export as well as there is a growth in import. If you can see the left top corner, the bar graph of 2 different years. Agar export karte hain, then where we are exporting basically? We are exporting to the nearby country? Yes, absolutely. India is exporting to nearby country mostly. Where? Asian country, if you take the example of, this is the pie chart. If you can see the bottom of the left side corner, pie chart, 50% of this pie chart, it is coming in Asia. मतलब जितना भी हम यहाँ से export कर रहे हैं, that total is going to Asia. And who is coming in Asia? Like China, Nepal, Bhutan, Afghanistan, or Middle East countries are also coming in Asia. There are total 52 countries in Asia. And in Asia, there is only one country, that is Nepal. Nepal is importing around 60% of the total import of Nepal from India. And उसमें भी एक particular अगर commodity की बात करें, that is potato. Potato, if you take example of potato, Nepal is importing the total import of Nepal potato requirement 98% from India and 1.78% from the Bangladesh. And Bangladesh importing from us, from India, and exporting to the Nepal. So we can consider 100% its requirement. Whose requirement? Nepal's potato requirement, even fruits and vegetable requirement is being fulfilled by the Indian exporters. Or this Nepal is connected to the 5 states in 5 Indian states like Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, West Bengal, Bihar. Total 5 states that is directly connected with the Nepal, and we are exporting through road transportation. In Bangladesh also we are exporting with the road transportation. So if we discuss where we are exporting, how much we are exporting, is there any growth in export? Let's see this PPT. In Europe, you can see these numbers. $48 billion we have exported last year. This year we have exported $75 billion. So there is a growth in export. India's export in Europe. India's export in Europe. India's export in Africa, India's export in America, India's export in Asian countries. So you can say from previous year to this year comparison, it is in increasing trend. And every year, if you take the example of 10 year, 12 year, continuously day by day, month by month, year by year, it is in increasing trend. And these are the top 10 countries we are exporting, जहां हम export करते हैं, जैसे कि USA, UAE, China, Bangladesh, Netherlands, Hong Kong, Singapore, UK, Germany, Belgium. You can search this data on the government website www.indiantradeportal.com, and you can cross this data itself on the government website. It is not written by me, and this is that amount. It is being credited into the exporters, Indian exporters account actually. मैं उस पैसे की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं जो कैश में ट्रांजैक्शन हो गया या हवाला के थ्रू आ गया या इधर उधर से आ गया. नो नो माय फ्रेंड, मैं उस पैसे की बात कर रहा हूं जो पैसा हमारे अकाउंट में एक्चुअल में क्रेडिट हुआ है. ये वो पैसे की मैं बात कर रहा हूं, ये जो हमने जितना एक्सपोर्ट किया और एक्सपोर्ट में ग्रोथ हो रही है. अगर मैं इंपोर्ट की बात करूं, इज देयर एनी इंपोर्ट? इंडिया इज इंपोर्टिंग, यस. इंडिया इज इंपोर्टिंग मोर देन द एक्सपोर्ट, यानी इंडिया इज द एक्सपोर्ट डेफिसिट कंट्री. इंडिया इंपोर्टिंग मोर एंड एक्सपोर्टिंग लेस. इंडिया इज द export deficit country. So basically, if we see our import from Europe, it is increasing. Our import from Africa, it is increasing. Our import from America, it is increasing. You see the number and the graph color by color, you can easily identify. From Asian countries, our import, it is increasing. Yes, and these are the top 10 source from where India is sourcing, like China, UAE, USA, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Switzerland, Hong Kong, Singapore, South Korea, and Indonesia. These are the top 10 countries last year. So if we see free trade agreement, few people might be knowing what is free trade agreements, but if anybody is new for that, I can say what is free trade agreement. Free trade agreement means there is a trade agreement between two parties, between two countries. Like you are one country, I am one country, so I and you having the one contract, one agreement. Like if I export, my exporters will export into your country, please don't take any import duty. Or if your company, your country, a businessman, your exporters will export in my country, I will not impose any import duty to my importers. That is the agreement between two countries, and this agreement will not signed within the day or within this 1 seconds. It takes lots of discussion, lots of meetings. So if we see that recently we had the free trade agreement with Dubai and United Arab Emirates, with Australia, yes. And recently we have 2 days or 3 days before this news, we are very close to the signature of the new free trade agreement with UK. UK government is thinking to have free trade agreement with India. Indian government and UK government are sitting together, and they are discussing on few points for the agreements. And how much India is having the free trade agreements? India is that country, it is having the potential that India is having more than 66 countries. Preferential trade agreement, free trade agreement, MOUF, these kind of agreements we are having with the different countries. So you are not in a small country, you are in a big country. Is my voice clear? Anybody can reply, please?
Yes, sir, you're very much audible and doing fine.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So what is there in India? What is there in India? मैं ऐसी कंट्री में पैदा हुआ जहां कुछ नहीं है. No, it's very wrong. मैं ऐसी कंट्री में पैदा हुआ है जहां पे बहुत अच्छी हमारे पास यूथ जनरेशन है, यंग जनरेशन है. चाइना के पास जाके देखिए, you see the China case, more than 60% people are over age due to their one child policy. Now they are thinking to different way how we can get the more young generation. And India has that blood, that young generation, young power, young potential. And nowadays, if you can see, there is a election in 2024 in USA. And USA, publicly I can announce it, USA is working on one kind of policy that they are trying to decouple completely from China. Nowadays, China is the manufacturing hub for entire world. Because due to the mass production, government of China is giving particular special kind of support or protection to the manufacturers. What we are not getting in India still. We are getting in the farming sector. Farmers, we are giving the protection to the farmers. Like government is giving some kind of protection. You making your crop, आप अपनी खेती लगाते जाओ, and what it is coming from your crop, जो भी होगा वो या तो गवर्नमेंट रेट पे हम खरीद लेंगे, अगर बिक गया तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं तो हम उसको गवर्नमेंट रेट पे खरीद लेंगे. दिस इज द प्रोटेक्शन गिवन टू दी फार्मर्स, बट इट इज नॉट स्टिल गिवन टू दी मैन्युफैक्चरर्स. अगर ये मैन्युफैक्चर को दिया जाए, सो डू वी हैव द लेस पोटेंशियल? वी हैव द पोटेंशियल मोर देन चाइना. चाइना प्लस कंट्री बनने वाला है इंडिया विद इन नेक्स्ट 2 to 3 years. आप भी यहीं रहेंगे, मैं भी यहीं रहूंगा. रिमेंबर माई वर्ड्स माई फ्रेंड, रिमेंबर माई वर्ड्स. चाइना से कंपनी आफ्टर आफ्टर कोविड, चाइना से कंपनीज उठ उठ के या तो वियतनाम जा रही है, या द ऑप्शन इज द इंडिया ओनली. पूरे वर्ल्ड में, पूरा एंटायर वर्ल्ड, where we are having the less more effective manpower in less price. सस्ती लेबर कहां पर है? That is the labor, जो hard working people है. If you want to make some big huge structure in Dubai, Indian labor is required. If you need to make some software, good software, Indian engineers or Indian IT team is required. So people are hiring our people. Different country, they are hiring our professional. So India is such kind of country that it is expected to become the world manufacturing hub. अगर ये हुआ जो मैंने अभी आपको बताया, अगर ये हुआ कि चाइना से कंप्लीटली डिकपल हो गया यूएस, और यूएस का सप्लायर बन गया इंडिया, यूएस का सप्लायर बन गया इंडिया, यू प्लीज रिमेंबर माय वर्ड्स, बहुत बड़ी क्रांति आने वाली. देयर इज ए रिवोल्यूशन इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर विद इन द नेक्स्ट फ्यू ईयर्स. ये मेरे शब्दों को आप ध्यान रखना, आज नहीं तो कल ये पक्का पक्का होने वाला है, पक्का होने वाला है. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा पोटेंशियल है हिंदुस्तान में. If you discuss what we can export from India, what is the potential, what is there in front of you, you can export everything until it is not banned. बस ban नहीं होना चाहिए, otherwise everything you can export. Is there any spices? It is exporting from India. Yes, it is exporting from India. Sports goods is exporting from India. Carpets exporting from India. Tea, coffee, then textiles, even books, even watches, soap, food, textile, even human hair, NX, chasma, everything what you think in front of you, diary, what you have in with you, fan, electronics goods, engineering goods, fruits and vegetable, chemicals, each and everything what you see in front of you, that is being exported from India itself. More than 10 lakh products are there. You can select any of the product. Then what are the strategy to see what product I need to select? That is in the coming slide. So basically, what are the product that can be exported in small budget? Small budget का definition है within 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees budget. So these are the list. More than 100 products are there that you can export in small budget, like toilet paper, spices, handicraft product, second-hand product, flowers, imitation jewelry, clothings, watches, the dry fruits and vegetable. These kind of product are there that LCL cargo is going. LCL means less than container load. FCL means full container load. Full container load is 25 metric ton. Like if you take the example of commodity like rice, chawal, that India is the largest exporter of rice. We are exporting to the entire world, more than 195 countries we are exporting to the rice. So if you want to send a rice container, so it is to be sent the full container. It is 25 metric ton. You need to arrange the this one finance or your capital at least 10 to 20 lakh. It should be there. Then only you can export the rice. It cannot be exported in 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees. That is for true. If we see like our training, we provide the training. Yes, we do provide training. What is the date? Basically, if we see our training date, so coming this month training, it is scheduled from 10 to 17 October. Next month it is scheduled online, 10 October, 10 November to 17 November. And offline training, that is at Delhi Mayur Vihar phase 1, that is on 28, 29 and 30 October for 3 days offline full day class. You can join this. These are some photographs of our training. This is online training. This is online training. Okay, so if we see more about our and if you want to contact me directly, this is the direct number 9014582523. You can have your you can save this and you can take the screenshot of this, or you can take photo of it and you can save it and you can message me through WhatsApp. You can connect me. So basically, if we discuss about the presentation, product presentation, so एक golden statement है जो मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, हर किसी क्लास में बोलता हूँ. आप मेरे साथ अगर रिपीट करना चाहें तो रिपीट भी कर सकते हैं. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, जो अच्छा दिखता है वो सबसे पहले बिकता है। मतलब which is visible, which is presenting, it can be sold. But which is presenting well, that is being sold first. That is being sold first. People will like it first. जैसे आप फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल कहीं खरीदने जाते हैं, भिंडी रखी हुई है, टेक एन एग्जांपल ऑफ एनी फ्रूट, एनी वेजिटेबल, ये भी 10 रुपीज की केजी भिंडी दे रहा है, उसके पड़ोस में कोई बैठा हुआ है वो भी 10 रुपीज केजी दे रहा है, पास वाला वो भी 10 रुपीज केजी दे रहा है। इफ कॉस्ट इज अराउंड सिमिलर एंड द क्वालिटी देयर इज अ डिफरेंस और द प्रेजेंटेशन इज डिफरेंट, विच वन यू विल बाय? You will buy which is presented in better way. Ask you. So basically, if you see this example, then one lady purse is there. They have placed it in a very good manner and dress up manner. They have dressed it. If I put it, I can put like this in a rough manner, but they have presented in a presentable manner. And see, it should not be returned or people should not reject it. So people should get buyer should get the exact dimension or kind of feeling. So we need to give some dimension or so that its size can my buyer can feel its size, like how should I look and where I can wear it. So they have given these dimensions, like what is the height, what is the width, what is the length, what is the width, and what is the length of this particular chain. And they have more represented it like, ma'am, if you keep this this purse with you, you can have your specs inside, you can have your mobile inside, and by opening it will look like this. And if you go to somewhere, some tour, you will look like from backside you will look like this, and front side you will look like this. If you go to some party, some function, some birthday party, some marriage anniversary, something, so you will look like this, you will look gorgeous and different from the crowd. So it is being presented in a well manner, so people will think, if I am having demand, definitely I will buy it. If I am not having demand, so you present in any way, I will not buy, because I don't have demand. But if I'm having demand and I'm having one the requirement, like I am thinking to buy one new purse, so definitely if somebody has present in best way, so definitely I will buy his or her the basically with that particular product. Maybe it is purse, maybe it is a different kind of thing. So if what I explained you in the initial slides, like what are the factors need to be considered while selecting your product. जब आप अपना प्रोडक्ट सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं, कौन कौन से फैक्टर आपको ध्यान में रखने चाहिए? जैसे कि एक्सपोर्ट का ट्रेंड, we need to see what is the export trend. You see the 12-year data, you can take the Volja data, www.volja.com. It is the US based company. There are two best company in the world, which is best, that is both are from US, the dollar business and Volja. There are two best companies. We have also taken the Volja data. If you need Volja buyer data, you can connect with us or you can connect directly. If you connect directly, they will charge you 1.2 lakh rupees. If you connect with us, along with our student, you can take it on share basis. So basically, you see 12-year data. You see 12-year data. If, for example, you are going to buy some property in India, you want to buy some property. So experts advise you. एक्सपर्ट आपको एडवाइस करते हैं, बेसिकली यू सी 10-12 ईयर डाटा, इट्स रिकॉर्ड बेसिकली इन हिंदी इट इज कॉल्ड 12 साला, 10 साला, 12 साला, मीन्स इन लास्ट few year, last 12 year, what is happening with it? Has anybody taken loan against this property? Is there any fight or dispute or anything on this property, or it is clear from all the things? It is a agricultural land, or it is a residential land, or it is a commercial land. Which kind of land is there? And while I'm buying it, so this dealer is presenting which kind of land. So it is clear from the UK. Don't trust on dealer. Trust on your own study. Trust on your own study and just find it online. So you can search 12-year data, and many up and downs in the data. You can search yourself. Export, same likely export data. You also search one particular product you have seen and you want to analyze this particular product. See the data, 12-year data. Is there export demand suddenly increase and then fall suddenly? Is it happening like this, or gradually, continuously it is increasing day by day, month by month, year by year? If it is increasing, so it is a decent product, we can go for longer term period. But you can take a short-term calculated risk also. Like few people has taken the calculated risk in the COVID time, like hand sanitizer, mask. People has started manufacturing it and makes millions of billions of rupees. They have taken the calculated risk. They had a fund, and immediately there was a huge demand, everybody requiring it. And but we don't have such manufacturing because there was not some kind of disease earlier. We were not having such plants. Even oxygens we were not having. We were having certain, certain piece of oxygen, certain number of cylinders in India. We have imported suddenly from some another country to fulfill our demand because people are dying due to the lack of oxygen cylinder. There was a huge demand. People are ready to throw any kind of money in front of you if you can provide it. So these kind of demand sometimes comes. You should have capital with you, and always ready to take this kind of opportunity. And any businessman should have opportunity in his or her mind. If any opportunity comes, suddenly invest. Suddenly invest. So you can take the long-term perspective for product selection, or you can go for the short-term instantly. Supply base you need to check whether the demand is continuous, but I am not having supply, or the supply is there that is very far from me. For example, the Nasik onion, it is in huge demand in international market, but I am sitting in Delhi and Nasik is in Maharashtra, so it is far from me. So I may not choose Nasik onion. I may choose something different which is available nearby me, or I'm having the supply, or I should have one office in Nasik. Then I can beat the competition. Otherwise, I will, cannot make money, make effective, good, efficient money. I can make money, but making money more from the business, how to optimize the business. That is I'm thinking basically. Production capacity, production availability, we need to think. Production adaptability, that our product is being adaptable. There, people are loving our product or not. Service facility, we need to see. If I am the manufacturer and I'm manufacturing car, or I'm not having servicing in that particular area where I'm targeting in that country, I'm targeting to sell my car. So people will not show so much interest to buy your car because you are not having the service. Or if you are having this service facility very far place, or very limited place in that particular country, so people will not show some interest. But if you are having this service facility near to the every small cities itself, people will love you, people will love your product, and they will buy it. But if you are not a manufacturer, if you are not a manufacturer, you are the trader, you are the merchant trader, you can avoid such kind of product because it is having the huge responsibility. Always think for the flight light model. Always think for the fly light model. Don't increase your inventory. Even big companies like Tata, Adani, Reliance, they also don't invest much in the inventory. They outsource everything. They need car, let's outsource it. They need bus, let's outsource it. They need fighter plane, this jet plane, they let's outsource it. Nothing my own, everything on rent. That would be fly light model. Nothing, no major investment is required. Paying rent is really a good option. Like if you are paying rent, your home, it is always a better idea. If you, as far as your financial, financial education is concerned, if you are having your home for the investment purpose, it is bad idea. It is bad idea. You can invest or in another instrument that will give you the good returns basically. So market trend, target market, you have to see demand stability, you have to see trade restriction. The product I have selected, it is banned by the government of India, then I should not choose that product. Like for example, I am having wheat, wheat, and government of India has banned the export of wheat. So I should not choose to start the export of the wheat because it is restricted product. Government has put some restrictions. Or if I want to export the rice, so government has put some 20% export duty on the rice. You might be knowing, you must be on the updated with the internet or with the news. If you want to export onion right now, government has imposed 40% export duty. Who can survive to pay 40%? Who is having the extreme demand, or buyer is demanding by paying more, then only they can export. Otherwise, 40% is a big export duty. So that government want to restricted it so that it should be available in our market itself, है ना? ऐसा ना हो कि पूरा दुबई चला जाए और हमारे पास खाने के लिए प्याज ना बचे, फिर हम दूसरी कंट्री से इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. That is the bad idea. Basically, government has taken the correct action at correct time. लास्ट ईयर हमने गलती किया था, 2000 में भी गलती किया, 2021 में भी गलती किया, 2020 में भी गलती किया, 2023 में करेक्ट टाइम पे करेक्ट डिसीजन लिया गवर्नमेंट ने. सो बेसिकली अगर मैं बात करूं प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी, भी आपको देखना कि भाई जिस प्रोडक्ट में मैं काम कर रहा हूं, इज इट ए प्रॉफिटेबल बिजनेस, इज इट ए प्रॉफिटेबल प्रोडक्ट और नॉट. आई नीड टू चेंज द प्रोडक्ट, because changing product after doing a few years in that product, that is not a good idea. It is not wise advice. If you have selected one product now, let's go with the flow. Let's become its expert. Let's become its expert. So there are few documents, even 36 documents in export and import business. So I'll tell you entire documents which is necessary for you, which is not necessary for you. Everything I will tell you. Okay, so basically total 36 documents are there. Out of this, only 8 to 10 documents are mandatory for you. Rest are depending upon the product, depending upon the country, depending upon the basically what you are doing or type of company. So GST registration is required for the importer, but for the exporter, GST registration is not required. Without GST also you can export, but if you want to have your GST refund, so there should be some account. So if you want to take your refund, GST refund, then account is required, GST account is required. Otherwise, if you are having product, buyer is there, buyer having demand, you can export without the GST number, without GST number. But if you want to import number, GST number is required, that is mandatory. So for export or import, we can say it is required PAN number, it is required, and it is mandatory also. It is mandatory. If you are having the sole proprietorship company, your individual PAN card, any director PAN card will be the PAN card required for the custom. If it is a kind of company like one-person company, private limited company, LLP, limited liability partnership company, any kind of company is there. So it is having the company's PAN card, not the individual director PAN card. Company PAN card. Company PAN card will work here in export business. Bank current account is required. You do local and that is mandatory also. Local business as well as international business. In both the cases, you need current account, bank current account, no saving account, no saving account. Import export code, IC code, it is mandatory, and only the 500 rupees. It can be taken from the DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, that we normally teach in our every training. We show you the live example how to get your IC within 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes. Nowadays, it is a job of only 10 minutes. MSME registration, you can take, but it is also not mandatory. Trademark, it is also not mandatory. AD code registration is mandatory, and it is free of cost. You can take it from the bank of any bank from your having the your current account. RCMC registration का membership certificate you can take from your EPC, Export Promotion Council, based on your product. Different product government of India has categorized, and to promote that particular product, government of India has made some EPCs, Export Promotion Council, to promote your product, your particular category. Like for example, you are having fruits and vegetable, so there is a EPC APEDA, Agriculture and Processed Food Export Development Authority, एक बड़ी authority है, which RCMC registration का membership certificate you can take by paying only rupees 5,900 is the government fees. If you go for with some consultant will charge you slightly more. Packaging list is mandatory. Phytosanitary certificate and fumigation certificate is not mandatory, it is optional. If you take example of Europe, in Europe it is mandatory to have your phytosanitary, to sanitize your fruits and vegetable. Phytosanitary certificate is required. Fumigation certificate is required in Europe. Commercial invoice, basically commercial invoice is required, and it is mandatory document, and that is required in custom, it is mandatory document. After the commercial invoice, no value can be changed, it would be the final invoice. Commercial invoice is the final invoice, and the invoice that we can revise it, price discount, when we give the discount to the buyer, that invoice is PI, performa invoice. What is that invoice? performa invoice, that you give the performa invoice to your buyer will ask some discount, you revise it. So that is the performa invoice, that is between the buyer and seller. But the commercial invoice is the final invoice you are submitting to the custom for the custom clearance. And for example, the commercial invoice is of 10 lakh rupees. My container value is 10 lakh rupees. If you are exporting of the 10 lakh rupees goods, 10 lakh rupees to become equivalent to the 10 lakh rupees, that much dollar or any currency, any valuable currency has to be credited into your account within 1 year, within 12 months. If you have not done BRC, bank realization certificate, it is required. Otherwise, you will get the notice from the RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Please don't take cash into your hand. Always all transactions should be done by the your current account through in banking instruments. So basically, the certificate of origin, COO, certificate of origin to be taken from the Chamber of Commerce, and it is free of cost. It is not mandatory, but in Europe, it is asked, it is mandatory to have the custom clearance in Europe. Certificate of inspection, it is not mandatory. It is as per the custom requirement, and it is mandatory in India in case of the scrap import, different kind of scrap, like corrugated box scrap, like we say OCC paper scrap, plastic scrap, metal, different kind of metal scrap, zinc scrap, copper scrap, aluminum scrap, HMS, heavy melting steel scrap. So all kind of scrap what we are recycling in India and making some product and exporting it, or even selling in local market. So for that, pre-inspection certificate or post-inspection certificate, any of those two, any of from these two, any one is required, and that is mandatory to have the custom clearance. And that is simple document, it is not big document. Shipping bill, basically it is being filed in custom, and the custom website is IceGate, Indian Custom Electronic Gateway, www.icegate.gov.in. that is the IceGate website. You need to file the shipping bill during your export. You need to file the bill of entry, point number 23, bill of entry. While importing, you need to file bill of entry in the IceGate website. During the export, you need to file the shipping bill in IceGate website. What is IceGate? IceGate is the website operated by the custom website. This is the custom website basically. So bill of lading, airway bill, and e-way bill is the receipt of goods received by the operator. Which operator? Maybe line operator, shipping line, maybe airline, or maybe transporter company. So shipping line will give you the bill of lading. Shipping line will give you the bill of lading. Airway bill will be given by the airline. Different kind of airline. E-way bill you can download from the this one GST portal, or your trucking company, your transporter company will give you the e-way bill. Letter of credit, LC, letter of credit, it is not mandatory document, but when you are giving some product or services to some buyer in the foreign country, and on you know, you are not taking 100% advance, you are giving some credit, udhari de rahe, credit de rahe hain. So you can use this credit, LC credit. There are more than 14 type of bill of lading, LC, letter of credit. So which LC you need to confirm? There is a particular type, irrevocable LC. Which LC? Irrevocable LC you need to confirm. Irrevocable LC. Don't confirm the LC, revocable LC, DA, DP. These are very danger. Very danger. Always think irrevocable LC, only irrevocable LC. 100% advance payment or irrevocable LC. There are two best options, and LC is the best payment term. सबसे safest payment term है. Most safest payment term. So basically, bank realization certificate is required. Nowadays, it is EBRC, Electronic Bank Realization Certificate. It is required, and it is the last documentation formality of your export process. And it is required 100% mandatory. Foods and safety license, that is FSSAI in India, central level FSSAI, it is compulsory for you if you are into the fruits and vegetable. If anybody is in engineering goods, so FSSAI license he is not requiring. Like for example, we are into the imitation jewelry, so we don't require the FSSAI license. If I would be in fruits and vegetable, APEDA, so FSSAI license is required for me. And for example, if you export, if you want to export something, some khane pine ki cheeze, any consumable things in USA or any American country, North American country or South American country, any country you want to import, so FDA license is required. That is mandatory, compulsory, 100% compulsory. And if you are targeting the Gulf country, that halal certificate is required. Halal certificate is also ensure the food quality, that it is safe to consume, like FDA or like FSI. The same kind of things. Bill of entry, I have explained to you. If any container is coming to your country and you have imported something, so bill of entry is to be filed on IceGate website, Indian Custom Electronic Gateway. So basically, laboratory test report is required by the buyer. Quality test report, it should be done on the cost of the buyer. It should be done on the cost of the buyer. If a buyer required this quality certificate, ask him, he will pay and you facilitate. ISO, it is not required by the merchant trader. It is required sometime by the exporters. If you are the manufacturer exporter, it will add some stars on your shoulder. That's it. But it is not mandatory. Purchase order is mandatory. Without purchase order, you cannot export. The GI certificate, goods insurance and marine insurance, it is required but not mandatory. It is as per your risk-taking capability. If you want to take the insurance, you can take the insurance, but government is giving you the clear indication, like it is not mandatory, but it is recommended. As we are the training institute, we also recommend it. You please take marine insurance. You please take the goods insurance for your safety. So, but you can take the calculated risk. As we explained, don't increase your vehicle, your car speed more than 100 or more than 80 km per hour. But you can take calculated risk as per your choice. It is you are free basically. It is not mandatory. Always you need to keep your car speed less than 60. No, it is not mandatory. You are free. It is your mind. You can think as per your capability or your controlling mechanism and the safety features available with you. So basically, certificate of valuation, it is not mandatory. It is being the evaluated by some experts. Sometimes it is with the bank. Pollution certificate is mandatory for the people who want to import some scrap, some different kind of scrap. And by importing that scrap and recycling in India, and it is creating some pollution, that pollution certificate is required. And that pollution certificate is being issued by the state government, State Pollution Control Board. If you are Punjab, you are from Punjab, so Punjab State Pollution Control Board will give you the pollution certificate. If you want to take the pollution certificate in Delhi, it is not possible, because in Delhi pollution level is very, very high. So you cannot have your recycling unit in Delhi. It's impossible, not possible basically, because we are coming in critical pollution zone. Terminal handling receipt you will get in the terminal itself on the wet port where your container will go. Warehouse receipt also you will get from the warehouse when your container will go there, and that is not mandatory. If your container is going there, they will give you the warehouse receipt. But for the custom clearance, it is not required. It is your individual slips, individual things. Cargo release order is mandatory. Without cargo release order, you cannot release your container, and you can take at your place, at your home, at your factory, at your warehouse. You cannot take it. General agreement on tariff and tariff, it is also not the mandatory document. If you see the government benefits, is government of India giving you some benefits? Yes, my friend, government is giving you the benefits like GST. Government is not charging any kind of GST from the exporters. How? Your GST website and your IceGate website. What is IceGate website? IceGate website is Indian Custom Electronic Gateway. And what is GST? Goods and Service Tax website, gst.gov.in. So GST website and IceGate website, it is synced and sharing the data. As soon as you file the shipping bill in IceGate, that shipping information will be coming to the GST. And within 2-3 days, you will get the credit of that amount into your account. Into your current account. No need to apply anywhere. No need to phone anywhere. No need to WhatsApp anywhere. No action is required. For GST, no action is required. But if you have exported and your equivalent money, your equivalent paisa, if it has not come to India within 1 year, that GST amount, the GST refund you have taken into your account, you have to return this amount to the government of India, GST, along with your interest. Are you getting my point? You have taken the GST benefit, but you have not taken the amount foreign currency from the foreign buyer. Within 1 year, you have the time of 1 year. Then you have to return this benefit. IES, Government of India is giving you IES, interest equalization scheme. Government of India is giving you interest equalization scheme. Sometime if you are MSME registered there, this is the benefit of MSME. MSME, if you are registered in MSME, you are getting 3% the EMI, this one 3% IES interest equalization scheme. If you are the merchant exporter, sometime you are getting 2%, sometime you are getting 0%. But if you are MSME registered, so you are getting 3% always, more than 95% products. So this is the benefit of ISG, this one, the MSME. DBK is there, duty drawback, that is being given by the custom, Indian custom is giving you DBK, duty drawback. That is the percentage of your commercial invoice value. Like for example, starting from 0.15% of your commercial invoice value to the 5% of your commercial invoice value. TMA, Government of India is giving you TMA, transport and marketing assistance. Yani, in the commodity, in fruits and vegetable, commodity, agriculture product, but few product Government of India is not giving, and few product Government of India is giving TMA, like helping some financial help in the transportation cost. ECGC, ECGC is, you can Google it right after the webinar, or you can Google right now itself. ECGC. What is the tagline of ECGC? ECGC, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India. What is Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India? So if you don't trust on me, trust on Google. Just write down what is the tagline of ECGC. There you will find the answer, your query answer. You focus on export, we cover the risk. Who is saying this? ECGC is saying this. ECGC is the government organization. It is not the private organization. Don't trust me. Trust on Google. Trust on government. You can Google it right now. Pre-shipment and post-shipment loan, Government of India is giving you. To take the pre-shipment loan, it is quite difficult, but to take the post-shipment loan, it is quite easy, simple. No much formality is required. If you ask me, sir, is there any, how much, roughly you tell me, roughly how much Government of India is giving you the benefit? So Government of India is giving you benefit as rupees 11 out of 100 rupees, roughly. Different maximum. So there are offline, online finding the buyer. This is the bigger confusion in case of in front of the Indian exporters, like where to find buyer, sir, how to find buyer. So this is the basic process, how to find the buyer, how to verify the buyer. Buyer finding, it is 15 methods that we explain in our training. 15 methods are there, and from your own mouth you will say, sir, buyer finding is so easy, so simple. Buyer finding means getting the information of buyer. Buyer finding doesn't mean that this buyer will buy from you. No. That is coming in the buyer convincing, buyer verification, buyer ko kaise convince karna hai, how to convince the buyer. That will come in that part. But how to find the buyer, it means only to get the phone number of the buyer, to get the email ID of the buyer, to get the physical address of the buyer, to get the company name and social media account of the buyer. These information, if you are getting, and from where he is buying, and who is buying, and how much quantity is buying, and from which port is buying, and what is the quantity unit price of the product is buying. If these information you are getting, it means you have found the buyer. Buyer finding work is up to this limit. If a buyer is convinced, she may buy or may not buy. That depends upon your individual skills, your product quality, your product price, your behavior, your communication, your follow-up. These all things, you have to build the trust. You have to build the trust, because this business is the business of trust. Because my buyer is sitting thousands of miles, thousands of kilometers far from me. And there are number of frauds with the new people. So we should be very conscious. And if we are new, the buyer will not trust on me, because I am a new. I'm not having any credit history. I'm not having my history behind. If you want to see my my history in Indian embassy, so there would not be any history of mine. As I'm starting this year, today I'm starting my business. So I may be new, so I may not having the history. So buyer will not have trust on me. So then this point, you need to convince the buyer. You need more efforts to convince the buyer. As soon as you become 2 3 months 6 months 1 year, then few buyers will start knowing you and your efforts. You are making continuous efforts, and people will start giving you order without minimum verification. So the process is how to find the buyer, how to verify the buyer, how to convince the buyer, and the buyer will become my customer. And if he's becoming my customer, how the buyer will give me the repeat order. If your same buyer is giving you the repeat order, that means you can clap, or you can congratulate yourself. You can appreciate yourself. Like my price, my quality, my behavior, my USP is all these set at right place, set on right place. So basically, how to optimize your sourcing, where from where you will optimize your sourcing. You need to go to the source. Exactly, you need to go to your source where it is basically from where you will get this product, where the product is manufacturing or it is cropping is here. So if it is a fruits and vegetable, you need to go the farmer. With the farmer you need to go. If it is a product that is being manufactured in some company, you need to go at the factory outlet. You go to the some B2B website, they will charge you after getting their profit margin. Are you getting my point? So this is the SWOT analysis: strength, opportunity, threat, and weakness. This is very wonderful management tool. You can use it in your local business. You can use it in your international business. You can use in your personal life. I am using it since last 17 years. And I'm very, very happy. And this, as soon as you start practicing SWOT analysis in every field, everywhere you are giving some exam, use your SWOT analysis. Is there any my threat? Is there any weakness? Strength and opportunity. Everybody is happy by knowing this is my strength, this is my opportunity. But people sometimes close their eyes. Where? On weakness, on threats. And this is the biggest mistake. This is the biggest mistake what our new exporters and the new businessmen normally does. We should not hide our weakness. We should not hide our threat. If the payment will not come, your payment will 100% come. When you will take the insurance of ECGC, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India. Government of India is giving you the money protection. What else you need, gentlemen? Government of India is giving you protection. Then why to have a fear? If you are having the threat, my product shelf life is less. It will go to the buyer country, maybe in Dubai, maybe in some different country. It may lose its life. Product kharab ho jayega? No. If my competitor product is not losing its life, why my product life is losing in the same country? There is not the problem in the product. There is a problem in the process. And this is the learnable process. We can learn it. Are you getting my point? We need to take some reefer container. We need to go for the pre-cooling. We need to harvest the product at the right time. We need to optimize the logistic, the timings. These are the things that we need to consider while doing this SWOT analysis. And it can be done in everything, every part of your steps. Now, establish right from the establishing of your company till the export. What are the process? This is the simple flow diagram I have written with for you. Basically, first of all, you need to establish a company. There are total 5 types of company that I have explained earlier. You need to establish one company, then opening the bank account, taking the PAN card, then taking the IC, import-export code, product select, and then take the RCMC, registration cum membership certificate, select the market, find the buyer, verify the buyer, sending the sample to the buyer, pricing, costing, and negotiation with the buyer, and take the ECGC cover. Here, see, I have written clearly, covering your risk through ECGC. What is ECGC? Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India. If you have learned from this important webinar, if you learn only one word, ECGC, Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India. I am folding my hand without taking ECGC cover. If you are exporting first time, without taking ECGC cover, never do export. Never do export. At least first time, don't go with the without safety, without protection. Always take protection, or if it is first time, please take protection. Without protection, don't go ahead. And then export your product. So this was about the PPT. Thank you very much. Now you are eligible to ask your questions. Over to you, ma'am.
Please, who had raised your hands? Anybody who wants to talk? Otherwise, we'll answer whatever the questions have been asked in the chat.
Hello.
Please ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank
Good
you so much for the very exaggerated thoughts that you've shared on export and import. So I am basically from finance field. I've pursued CA, and currently my father is into hydropower manufacturing, but it's not going very well. So we're looking to diversify, and we want to open up into export and import. Right,
Great.
but we do not have any experience of export. Our company is in Haridwar. We are located in Haridwar.
Oh, very good, very good. Haridwar is very
Yeah.
near to us. Very good.
Yeah,
Great,
right.
great.
So can you recommend how and how we can start, how we can get into this field? So because I am in the young generation, and my father has been doing hydropower for the past 40 years. So I want to
Okay.
start with something new, and I don't want to join him. So he gave me this, he wanted me to grab this opportunity, and he wanted me to start with export and import. That's why I joined your seminar.
This is the good
Yeah.
business. Basically, nowadays people are coming in export and import basically because government of India is giving lots of incentives and making so many efforts. Like what product you are having, just export it into the international market and get the foreign currency. We need foreign currency.
Right.
So that is the
Right,
aim
sir.
of government of India. So if you give the foreign currency to the government of India, means you will get the rupees, because you need
Right.
rupees. But
Right.
you give the foreign currency to the government of India. The government of India will be happy, and they will give you the incentive against this. Government
Right,
of
sir.
India or any government love two people. One is the soldier who is giving the, this is not for only you, for all the entire participants here. The one
Yeah.
general message: government of India or any government of any country love two people. One is the exporter who is giving
Yeah.
you financial security or economic security, and one who is giving you the physical security. If I am sitting here calmly, safely, you are sitting at your home safely. If you were there in the Gaza or Palestine or this one, or so you may
Israel.
have fear. So these are the people, they are leaving their family, their children, their wife, their everything, they are leaving behind, and they are standing on the border for your security. So government of India is giving them additional benefits. Then government of India is not charging from them any tax. So same, government of India is not charging any tax from the exporter and giving them additional benefits. So you are also one soldier.
Yes, sir. I'm an export enthusiast right now, but we have the production capacity. We are manufacturers basically, and I'm from the finance field, but we do not know how to start. Like we need a motivation, or we need a product, or we need some kind of guidance.
Yes.
That
So
how should we start?
Then you can have our number. You might have noted our number.
Yeah. Yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Yes.
please drop your WhatsApp there, and we'll discuss
Okay.
further, because
Okay.
this is the limited time and we cannot explain this one. But you can start. Definitely, you can start. Even people are coming in our training. That people are starting. People are illiterate or seventh class fail, eighth class fail, and up to 70 years, 60 years. These kind of people are also coming to us, and we are
Right.
making them successful in export. I need only your time. I need your energy. I need your hard work. Rest leave on me.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, yes. So please drop me message on the website, this WhatsApp. Na?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please. Next participant. Yes, Mr. Pankaj. Yeah, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question, please.
Rajivji, thank you so much for such a illustrative presentation, and also giving that loud and clear message that it may be easier than what we all think.
Yes.
So that assurance is very important actually for anybody who might want to get into new fields.
Yes.
So thank you for that, sir. I would be interested into like looking at the fertilizer value chain and specifically like the organic fertilizers. That's
Okay.
an area of interest for me.
It is
So,
vermicompost or what?
sir, so this would be basically the fermented manure which comes out of digesters.
No, I want to ask, like, you are having your this manufacturing, or just you want to become a trader, merchant exporter?
Sir, merchant exporter would be the thing to begin with, and then later
Ah,
we will have our own setup also.
correct strategy, correct strategy.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
should not go with the huge investment initially until unless
yeah.
we are having the full confidence. Yes, exactly. I
Right,
appreciate. I appreciate.
right. So that's how we are looking at it. So, what's your scope for this, in your opinion, and what all we might require
Yeah,
to?
yeah, this is very good product, and this is like especially fruits and vegetable and what we are eating. We are eating nowadays the poison, slow poison kind of things, and they are inviting the number of disease. So people who are having the money, they are having their budget, so they are very health conscious, and they are shifting gradually to the from inorganic to the organic. And there is one state in India. People don't think that India is the very old place and dhoti kurta people, and they are uneducated and illiterate people. That is not India nowadays. Nowadays in 2020, India is very fast moving and fast forwarding country. Within 2-3 years, if you can see, we can become the third world largest economy. Now we are at the fifth largest economy, and in India there is only one. There is one complete state organic. If you remember the name, you can also tell
Sikkim,
us.
sir, Sikkim.
Sikkim,
Sikkim
yeah.
is there.
All participants are requested to have a clap for Mr. Pankaj Arora. Yeah, thank you very much, Pankajji. I appreciate your knowledge. The Sikkim is only the state which is entire, completely organic, completely organic. People sometimes having very much pain in front of me, showing their pain like inorganic. How it is possible, sir? So I am telling them, you are thinking about yourself only. There is not one district. I'm not talking about one city. I am not talking about one district. I am talking about entire state. Entire state, पूरा state organic है. If they can be organic, why I cannot? Full
Right,
state.
sir. So there are different reasons for Sikkim to be there, but I think if we go there, like that might be a deviation here. Um, I'll come back to my question again. Like, how does one scope this whole opportunity in the fertilizer sector for export?
Yeah, that I have explained. Right? It is having the good opportunity, and it is having
Okay.
the good scope in the coming years, because
Okay.
people are shifting from inorganic to the organic. Even
Okay.
in India, also its demand increasing day by day, month by month. But due to the more potential and less buying potential, we are not able to purchase it in large quantity. If you can reduce its price, there is no requirement to go out of the country. Here is much demand, but people don't have money in India. That's why exporters are moving to the different country. Like, for example, the executives, highly educated people, they are not getting good salary in India. So they are moving outside. This is only the reason. Your product is very good. It can be run very fastly in India, but Indian people, they are having the less, buying potential due to the more pollution, more population. And there is this segment where Indian people are getting this one organic this one. It is increasing. You can search on internet. It is increasing, and definitely any product related to your environment friendly product or any natural product, its demand never will end, है or any product related to roti kapda makan, never demand will exhaust it. When the human will be on earth, it will eat, it will wear something, or it need something to shelter, है ना?
Mhm.
So this is the direct roti kapda makan product. It is having good demand.
Right, sir. Right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Arora ji.
Navdeep ji, can you
Anil.
unmute Navdeep ji, please? Karthik?
Mr. Navdeep Chopra. Yeah, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question, please, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Yes, please.
अच्छा सैनी साहब, सबसे पहले तो आई विल से थैंक यू टू यू. आपने बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से चीजों को एक्सप्लेन किया है. एंड इनफैक्ट आई हैव बीन वर्किंग एज ए इंडस्ट्रियल कंसल्टेंट. मेरे पास अच्छा एक्सपर्टीज रहा है. कुछ प्रोडक्ट भी मैंने ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम सिलेक्ट किया था, बट समहाउ बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ नॉलेज वी कुड नॉट प्रोसीड फर्दर. अच्छा, जिनमें से कुछ तो ऐसी यूनिक चीजें हैं जिनमें सिर्फ दिस चाइना, वियतनाम एंड Korea are the only supplier to European as well as to this Canada, America, etc.
And you have this product.
I have got the product, but वो सर वही बोला जो अभी सबसे पहले सीमा अरोड़ा मैम ने भी कहा था, who is CA also. तो उन्होंने भी यही कहा था कि भी because of certain reasons we could not proceed. तो अभी मैं अभी आपका सबके साथ जब आपका वर्कशॉप अटेंड कर रहा था, तो मैंने देखा कि आप कुछ ऑनलाइन क्लासेस भी चलाने जा रहे हैं अक्टूबर एंड तक. तो उसको कैसे अटेंड कर सकते हैं सर?
बस ये जो व्हाट्सएप नंबर आपको दिया था 9014582523, ये कंपनी का हमारा ऑफिशियल नंबर है. आप उस पर व्हाट्सएप करके रख सकते हैं कि आई एम नवदीप चोपड़ा एंड आई हैव अटेंडेड उद्यमिता हेल्पलाइन दिस वेबिनार ऑन सच एंड सच डेट. काइंडली गिव मी इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट योर क्लास. ऐसे करके आप मैसेज ड्रॉप कर देंगे तो पता चल जाएगा कि आप कैसे कनेक्ट हुए हमारे साथ.
फेयर एनफ. अच्छा, दूसरा सैनी साहब एक और छोटा सा सवाल करूंगा, मैं बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ पर टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करूंगा. अच्छा, एक चीज और, अगर दिल्ली में मिलना हो तो आपको कहाँ मिलने जाया जाता है? क्योंकि मैं एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट को कुछ एक्सपोर्ट करना चाहूंगा. इस समय मैं अप्रोक्सीमेटली 20 एफपीओ के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ मैं.
देखिए, अगर आप डायरेक्ट आना चाहते हैं तो देखिए अभी 3rd, 4th, 5th ऑफ नवंबर 3rd, 4th, 5th ऑफ नवंबर को दिल्ली में ये हो रहा है, ट्रेड फेयर हो रहा है. You can go there and directly have a meeting with your buyer. More than 1,000 buyers are coming from around the 70 countries.
Is it agro exhibition?
APEDA is calling, yes. APEDA के लिए, agriculture product के लिए.
Will be there.
Participants are requested to go with the tradefairindia.com. You can search this website and you can register. You can make your stall. अगर आप अपनी stall लगाना चाहते हैं तो 6x4 का ऐसे आपको स्पेस लगभग 40 से 50,000 तक का मिल जाएगा. And if you want to visit without having your your stall, you can go and visit on some chargeable basis, maybe 100-200 rupees ticket charges, something like that. And you can go with your children or your family itself to show the trade fair.
Will be there. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else would like to ask, please? Is there any other further questions for Rajiv ji?
Yeah, Venugopal Rao.
Yeah, Venugopal ji, please ask your question, please.
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you very much for your clear explanation about this system of import and export. So I would like to have some information about import also. Major you have covered exports. So same way, when we are importing material, can we get these benefits from government like ECGC, or these things are there, or any exemptions of GST or customs duty, these things there for MSME people?
No.
For MSME.
From the importer, government will charge GST. From the importer, government will impose the import duty. Government will not help importer.
Any loan facility, sir?
Loan can be taken. Loan as individual loan you are taking, that say on MSME you can take the loan. Loan
that is through the regular bank, or any other window is there for that?
Yeah, you connect through UDYAMITA. They can explain you, well for this one. You connect later with them. Is there any special window for this?
Right.
Because for the export, there is a pre-shipment or post-shipment loan is there. Exim Bank is there separately for this. And that is, they are helping for the export.
Okay. Thank you.
Because if you import, so you need some foreign currency to be sent to different foreign country. So government of India imposing the import duty as well as GST and not giving the benefit to the importer. Government of India criticized import. Okay, next participant, please.
Can you please unmute Malvika ji?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Rajiv ji, for your time today. आपने बहुत अच्छे से सब कुछ explain किया. I have a question that if someone is starting or getting into export for the first time, what is the best strategy to meet potential buyers? Because internationally, jitne bhi trade fairs, etc., mostly they're expensive. So how do you plan this? And especially if you're trying to do this in multiple different categories.
So basically, thank you very much for your question, Malvika. There are 15 methods to approach the buyer, and out of this, more than 10 strategies are free of cost. There's no need for huge investment. As I explained, there is no huge requirement. Indian Embassy is there. You go to the Indian Embassy, or there's no requirement to go to the Indian Embassy. You directly have your their email ID from Google. Directly open the email ID from their website, and is there any target country you have decided? So just for example, if you have decided USA, you have targeted USA, just search on Google email ID or the contact number of the commercial wing of the Indian Embassy in USA. So there would be a website, Washington DC, we are having this one Indian Embassy in USA. Miss Ritu is there, she will help you, she will reply to your mail. If you, for example, in the different country, in Nepal or any country, in Nepal, if you need some buyer data or some verification, you go to the Indian Embassy, go to the Google, Indian Embassy commercial wing, the contact detail. So there would be some email ID and you can contact them, they will reply you. These government people, but they will certainly help if you want to export something from India, because it is, you are exporting means you are contributing to increase the foreign reserve of India.
Okay.
So this is the best way, but what information or the buyer details you will get free of cost, it would not be as effective as these methods that people are investing money. Obviously, free is free, and this one is this one. That you need to understand.
Okay.
But
and for
free of cost
other
is
things,
also can be
is there
started.
a website? Is there a website where you can also come to know about these paid opportunities of meeting and category wise? Is there a place where we can see all of it together in an aggregated way?
Your EPC is there. Your EPC, Export Promotion Council. So it is, there are 33 EPCs. There are 33 EPCs in India based on your product, based on your product. So you can take this RCMC registration cum membership certificate. Means you are the paid member of EPC. They will help you in this, what you said. Particular, especially in your product. They are the expert.
Okay, thank you.
But they are charging for the paid membership. Free member is not allowed there.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there any next participant?
Aditya ji, you would like
Aditya
to ask?
Nahar, yeah, please unmute yourself and you can ask a question, please. We are having more 5 minutes.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening, sir. Myself Aditya from Pune. एक्चुअली मेरा फैमिली बिजनेस है सर, सर्जिकल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का डोमेस्टिक में. एक्चुअली हमारा सब हॉस्पिटल को सप्लाई करते हैं हम सर्जिकल प्रोडक्ट्स, जैसे डिस्पोजेबल है, हाईटेक डिसइंफेक्टेंट्स है या इम्प्लांट्स है. तो एक्चुअली मुझे एक्सपोर्ट्स में थोड़ा काम करना था सर, एज अ मर्चेंट एक्सपोर्टर स्टार्ट करना था. तो अभी डोमेस्टिकली जनरली हम कैसे करते हैं, परचेज जो करते हैं मैन्युफैक्चरर से उस पर जीएसटी लग के आता है. तो अभी मुझे एक्सपोर्ट में कोई प्रोडक्ट का रिक्वायरमेंट आया, तो कॉस्टिंग करते समय परचेज प्लस जीएसटी कंसीडर करना है या कैसे, जीएसटी को एडजस्ट कैसे करना है? परचेज प्लस में मेरा मार्जिन ऐड करूंगा, डिवाइड बाय 80 या 81 करूंगा, तो मुझे यूएसडी में प्राइस मिलेगा, राइट? तो अभी कभी भी मतलब करंट रेट से 1 या 2 रुपए कम कंसीडर करना है ना?
नहीं, कम क्यों करोगे?
क्योंकि वो फिर वो सर थोड़ा सा बफर रखना होता है ना, क्योंकि अगर हाँ सेफ मार्जिन के लिए. तो वो एक हुआ. तो मुझे ये पूछना था कि अभी मेरा जो परचेज समझ लो 100 रुपीज है, प्लस जीएसटी लग के आता है मुझे इनवॉइस जब मैन्युफैक्चरर से लेता हूँ. तो मुझे वो जीएसटी कैसे सेट ऑफ करना है? आगे बायर को तो मैं चार्ज नहीं कर सकता. मैं 100 प्लस मेरा मार्जिन रखूंगा, समझ लो 20%, तो 120 रुपीज हुआ. तो एडिशनल मुझे 12% जो जीएसटी लगता है जब मैं मैन्युफैक्चरर से लेता हूँ, तो उसको सेट ऑफ कैसे करते हैं?
नहीं, वो आपको रिफंड हो जाता है।
तो वही, उसके लिए क्या प्रोसीजर है मतलब?
प्रोसीजर कुछ करना नहीं है उसके लिए। जब आप एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे तो शिपिंग बिल फाइल होती है। जब शिपिंग बिल फाइल होगी तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपके अकाउंट में पैसा आ जाएगा। देयर इज नो नीड टू अप्लाई एनीवेयर। कहीं आपको अप्लाई
या
नहीं करना।
उसके लिए कुछ एलयूटी वगैरह ऐसे कुछ तो रहता है ना सर?
नहीं, एलयूटी तो ये है कि जब आप जीएसटी पे नहीं करना चाहते। और एलयूटी में लेटर ऑफ
नहीं,
अंडर।
लेकिन मैंने परचेस करते समय तो मैं जीएसटी पे कर रहा हूँ ना मैन्युफैक्चरर को।
हाँ, लेकिन सर अगर आप जीएसटी पे नहीं करना चाहते मैन्युफैक्चरर को, तो उसको एलयूटी दे सकते हो।
नहीं, अगर पे करके करना रहेगा तो, क्योंकि मेरा रेगुलरली मैं जीएसटी पे करके ही ले सब डोमेस्टिक में करता हूँ ना।
एंड दैट इज
तो
बेस्ट। दैट इज बेस्ट
हाँ।
आल्सो। एक निगेटिव पॉइंट है एलयूटी का, आपका कंप्लीट होने के बाद बताऊंगा मैं। हाँ,
अच्छा।
मतलब ये था कि एलयूटी में नुकसान क्या है। एलयूटी में नुकसान ये है कि एलयूटी में शिपिंग बिल का कॉपी लगता है। और शिपिंग बिल में बायर की डिटेल होती है। और ये
ओके।
और ये आप एलयूटी में लगाने वाले, एलयूटी किसको देने वाले हैं आप?
सीए को ना?
मैन्युफैक्चर को, है ना? सो
ओके।
मैन्युफैक्चर के पास क्या पहुंच जाएगा? बायर की डिटेल।
बायर के डिटेल्स।
और
अच्छा।
इंडियन मैन्युफैक्चर आर नॉट डिसेंट।
ओके।
वो फिर आपको बाईपास कर देंगे और डायरेक्ट फिर करेंगे।
अच्छा।
ये एक
अच्छा।
नुकसान
नहीं,
होता है।
एक्चुअली मेरा मैन्युफैक्चरर के साथ काफी अच्छा रिलेशन है, काफी 20 सालों का अच्छा रिलेशन है, तो उसका कुछ इशू नहीं है। हम बहुत
फिर नहीं,
मतलब वी आर वर्किंग टुगेदर सिंस 20 years, तो उसका ट्रस्ट इशू
फिर कोई
कुछ नहीं है।
प्रॉब्लम फिर कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं,
हाँ।
फिर आप एलयूटी में भी कर सकते हो।
तो फिर मैं वही फिर एलयूटी मतलब जो मैं जो परचेज जब करूंगा तो जीएसटी लग के आएगा, और फिर वो उसको ये करने के लिए इनपुट टैक्स।
नहीं, इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट आपको नहीं लेना। इसमें तो क्या करना है, आपने जीएसटी पे कर दिया ना, वो जीएसटी आपको रिफंड हो जाएगा।
ओके।
वो
ओके।
रिफंड हो जाएगा, उसका खेल ही खत्म हो जाएगा। उसका अकाउंटिंग ही नहीं होगा। वो तो आपको जीएसटी
अच्छा।
वापस मिल गया। जीएसटी का जो पैसा आपने दिया था, 1 लाख
हाँ
का
हाँ।
मान लीजिए आपने 18,000 रुपये दिया था। अठारह
हाँ,
हजार
1 लाख का समझ
रुपये
लो, 1 लाख मेरा इनवॉइस वैल्यू हुआ, और उस पे मेरे को 1 लाख समझ लो कॉस्ट प्लस मार्जिन आता है मेरा, और प्लस जीएसटी समझ लो 12% है, तो समझ लो 1,12,000। तो वो 12,000 जो पेमेंट है वो उसका मुझे क्रेडिट आ जाएगा।
वापस आ जाएगा। क्रेडिट नहीं आएगा, एक्चुअल में पैसा आएगा।
अच्छा, एक्चुअल में ये आएगा, क्रेडिट होगा पेमेंट।
एक्चुअल में आपके अकाउंट में पैसा आएगा। अकाउंट में
अच्छा।
क्रेडिट होगा। वो टैक्स क्रेडिट नहीं, वो जो बोलते हैं ना इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट, वो
हाँ
नहीं।
हाँ हाँ।
वो नहीं होगा।
अच्छा।
तो डायरेक्ट अकाउंट में पैसा आ जाएगा।
अच्छा, ऐसा है क्या?
हाँ, इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट का लफड़ा ही नहीं है। इट इज सो
ओके।
इजी।
ओके, तो ऐसा होता है मतलब एलयूटी में?
नहीं, एलयूटी में नहीं। एलयूटी में तो आप टैक्स देते ही नहीं है, जीएसटी देते ही नहीं है।
ओके
एलयूटी
ओके ओके।
में आप जीएसटी नहीं देंगे। और अगर आप जीएसटी पे करके ले रहे हैं तो एलयूटी की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर आपको जीएसटी पे नहीं करना मैन्युफैक्चरर को, तो आप एलयूटी में जा सकते
ओके
हो। और अगर
ओके
आप जीएसटी पे करके ले रहे हो, तो आपको फिर एलयूटी की जरूरत ही नहीं है।
ओके ओके।
हाँ जी।
तो नहीं, पे करके जब ले रहा हूं मैं तो फिर उसका कैसे बोल रहे हो आप?
वो तो
तो
आपने देखो, आपने 1 लाख का कोई प्रोडक्ट खरीदा, और मान
हाँ
ली
हाँ।
12,12,000 रुपये आपने उसको और दिए जीएसटी पे, यानी इंक्लूडिंग
बराबर।
जीएसटी एक
राइट।
लाख बारह हजार
राइट।
रुपये का आपको मिला।
हाँ।
तो ये जो 12,000 रुपये आपके अकाउंट में आ जाएंगे। बस ऐसा सीधा सीधा ऐसे समझ लीजिए, जब आप इसको एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे 12,000 रुपये आपके अकाउंट में आ जाएंगे।
अच्छा 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 अच्छा।
और इसके
ठीक
लिए
है।
आपको कहीं अप्लाई करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
ओके ओके।
मतलब जब आप
ठीक है।
आइस आपने अगर वेबिनार ठीक से ध्यान से सुना होगा, तो मैंने बहुत स्ट्रेस दे के ये चीज बताई थी कि जो आपका आइस गेट की वेबसाइट है, इंडियन कस्टम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गेटवे, और जो
हाँ हाँ
आपका जीएसटी है, वो आपस में
हाँ।
सिंक है। आपस में सिंक है। यानी जो आपका
ओके।
आइस इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट कोड है, वो आपकी जीएसटी में भी रजिस्टर्ड होगा। जीएसटी वेबसाइट पे उसको अपडेट करेंगे, और कस्टम में भी वो अपडेट रहेगा। यानी जैसे आदित्य नाहार करके एक आदमी है, उसका एक कंपनी है, उसका जो आईसी कोड है वो कस्टम को भी
हाँ।
पता है, और वो जीएसटी को भी पता है। तो इस
ओके।
आईसी कोड के थ्रू ये आपस में लिंक हो रहा है। जैसे आजकल आधार कार्ड और पैन कार्ड आपस में लिंक होने लगा है ना।
राइट। हाँ।
हाँ, आप आधार कार्ड बताओ, पैन कार्ड बताने की जरूरत भी नहीं है।
ओके। राइट।
इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाती है। इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल गई
अच्छा।
तो वो आपको ये कर देते हैं। हाँ, अगर कभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुआ, तो आप जीएसटी से कंसल्ट कर सकते हैं या फिर कस्टम से कंसल्ट कर सकते हैं। वो एक एरर हो सकता है, बाकी नॉर्मल केस में क्रेडिट होता है, आपके अकाउंट में पैसा आ जाता है।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा
हाँ जी।
अच्छा, ठीक है ठीक है।
थैंक यू वेरी मच आदित्य जी फॉर वंडरफुल एंड प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चन। एनीबडी एल्स, or we are having 1-2 minutes to discuss further? If anybody has, you can ask your question, or otherwise please allow me to close the class, because I'm having a meeting exactly 17 hours and I'm having 5 to 7 minutes left with me. Yeah,
So I'll
Mahanadi
conclude the
Marketing is
session.
there.
Is there anybody?
Mahanadi Marketing. Mahanandi Marketing. Yeah, you can unmute or quickly you can ask your question.
Sir, this is Mahanandi Marketing, OPC Private Limited.
Yes, please. जी बताइए.
Sir, can I export in my organization
What is your
for
product, sir?
agriculture products?
Which product, sir?
Millets, rice, the dal, that like.
Yes. But rice, you see, there is a impose of 20% export duty. Please see if it is a broken rice. You please first consult to the DGFT, Director General of Foreign Trade, before actual export.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Millets?
Millets, no export duty. You will get the export benefits.
Okay. And so we have more benefits for the millet exportation.
Yes.
Okay, sir. How can I proceed?
You can just find the buyer, make your company already you have made, find the buyer and send them sample, and it's so easy, so simple. And if you
Okay.
need support, some training, you can connect with us 9014582523. That is our official number. You just send WhatsApp on this, and we provide the online training as well as offline training. You can come offline at Delhi on 28, 29, 30 of October. 3
Okay,
days.
sir.
We need your 3 days. And if you are not having time to come to Delhi, you can take it online.
Okay, sir. And can I, if any need, can I call that number?
You can send message. You can
Message.
send WhatsApp first, and based on your WhatsApp message, if further discussion is going on, then we can discuss on call directly. Because sometime I'm having this one some class or something. There. First, you send the message.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Based on the time availability, we can discuss over the phone also. That's not a big issue.
Okay, sir. Is this Udyam?
You please note down the number. You please note down the number 9014582523.
Sir. Wait, sir. 90
145
145
825
825
23.
23. Repeat.
90145 82523.
825. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
if you need, I will contact you with through WhatsApp, sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody else? Radhika Kashyap. Yeah, if you are having any quick question, you can ask a question within 1-2 minutes. Yeah, please.
Yes, just want to know if this particular PPT that you showed us, that will be shared after the session or not.
The best answer this Udyamita Helpline can tell you.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
please send.
And
Please.
another thing was that sorry, yes.
It is uploaded on YouTube, so you'll get the entire session available within few time.
Okay.
It will be available on YouTube only. So you can go through the entire session again.
Sure. Okay. Thank you. And one small question. You had mentioned a website to check the 12-year data, the trends. Can you just tell me the website again?
Volja, VOLZA, Volja, VOLZA, Volja.
Okay. Thank you so much.
But that is not free, that is chargeable.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You can see many more free of cost website if you want to see Indian data only. But this website is for the entire countries.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much. And please allow me to close the class because it is almost 16:57 in my watch.
On behalf of everybody, sir, I'm rushing through only since we are concluding the session. Thank you so much for sharing such a powerful information. I think with you, the time just flew away and we already have such good information and everything. You made it so easy. So thank you for joining us. And we look forward to have many more sessions with you. And on behalf of UDYAMITA and all the participants and attendees, I wish you good luck and thank you so much for mentoring us. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And thank you to all the participants for joining us today. Please leave your comments, how you felt about the session and what all information you want it to be included further. We'll try our best to improve it further. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.